been a while, everybody. Welcome back to Danganronpa 2. Goodbye, this Troll.
Fire.
Alright, let's begin.
Yes. Devin?
Alright.
He's not ready.
Looks like everyone's here.
Huh?
Huh? This is it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Damn it.
Stop it, you're making me depressed.
Stupid fool!
You're making me depressed.
So, is it going to happen again? The cool conflict where we must doubt our friends?
But once we're through this, we can go back, right?
That's right.
That's Monokuma's bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial.
Damn it.
But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? This guy makes us do all this all the time. This guy who's making us do all this is the one who's saying it, you know?
You know, right?
That's why I'll definitely survive. If we can really go home after we deal with this class trial,
That's right.
I'll definitely find out who the killer is no matter what. Even if I have to pull out all the stops.
You...
What the fuck? Why are you here?
You haven't realized it yet. That feeling of wanting to leave the island. Thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know.
Huh?
What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse.
Alright, stop trying to jinx us.
I'll beat you up!
Damn right, stupid rabbits should just shut up.
Shut up, rabbit. Tricks for kids. Everyone,
Class trials are for kids.
you mustn't run away from despair. Huh? I have finally realized after losing my powers. I've realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight!
Huh?
What's her deal?
I do not really know, but she seems different from before.
Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes, she looks so determined.
You...
Can't you just tell by looking at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Minimaru. He's so annoying if he started talking during the trial. Oh, fine.
But still.
Somehow, I understand what Mommy is saying, I think.
Anyway, let's get going to the last class trial.
Yep.
Definitely
Yeah.
the last class trial.
Yeah, the last one, yeah, definitely. Yo,
For sure.
You're right. We need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth, we're just in the end.
What role am I supposed to play? The fucking victim? Right, Devin, exactly. That's exactly the role I'm supposed to play.
No. You play the protagonist in Elden Ring.
Oof.
Yeah.
Victim.
It's fun, though. Actually, I can deal damage with my rivers of blood. I'm like, yes, this is the moment I've been
Easy
waiting for.
mode.
Actually killing things and not dying. This elevator ride. This will be the last time for this, too, right? Right? I hope so.
Well,
Let's worry about things after we're finished.
you are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us.
Damn it.
killer manage to kill someone like Nagato? There's no way this is going smoothly.
Yeah, that guy has like 7 bodies, you know?
Definitely.
He doesn't get it.
I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that.
Nagato was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials.
In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. We must fight!
Ding! The class trial is ready.
At the light of despair.
Well now.
Well then, now that Chopper's Nagato is gone, there are only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up!
Enough! Just fucking start this already.
Hey!
Hey, this is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
Yep, it is. Yep, it so is. So, you gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all.
Alright!
Didn't I tell you? He said it! This is the end!
Now then.
Let's get this trial started.
Viva killing!
This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other.
Wait, I'm not recording.
What the fuck?
God damn it.
It was the catchphrase.
This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise, and Michael cannot breathe.
God damn.
Nagato Komayeda, the luckiest student! When I first met him, he thought he was just a chill dude. He came across as a very sociable. But his true nature had such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He was yearning for a powerful hope that could overcome any despair. He said he wouldn't even help despair just to prove that hope would never lose despair. And he became a stepping stone for hope. He was completely screwed up. But there was times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. Good riddance. And I have no idea at all who did it, but there's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair.
The only one alive on that panel.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagato. The killer who murdered Nagato. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this really is the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. The last one has begun!
Ooh, don't dig it. New skills is gonna go. Grab it.
Alright, you have 99 skill points.
Just a bit.
Make sure make sure you're using the right ones. Like,
Yeah.
you have cheat code on and other stuff.
You did.
Okay.
I mean, when he doesn't have on, it's because it overlaps with cheat code.
God damn, this is pretty interesting.
We'll get details if you don't know what one does. Alright.
I mean, are you ready? No.
No one's ready for this, Troy.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
That's really fucking loud. Where's sound mixer?
Lower it. Is it just me or is it a bit louder than last time?
It really is. Like, it actually hurts.
I know if you up your mic or something.
Yeah, it was at 100.
Nice. Is it only
If you
100
vote
though?
correctly, then only the blackened will
so
receive
much better.
punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the... Oh my! Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Chesto!
Paunch. Nothing.
One more time! Jeez! How about this one?
Oh, no, 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 no.
This will be my final blow!
Oh,
It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the
Everyone's
world
sake.
killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to
No.
shut Nagito up.
No, that's not 100%.
That's assuming the traitor was bad.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
Someone usually takes the lead, but they're not doing it.
Well, Nagito usually takes the lead.
No. Who else usually likes to talk during trials?
Conjure Man.
Well, besides Hajime, of course. They were helping out during the last trial,
Shut him
too.
up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
The killer.
What report do you get? I don't think it's torture wounds.
I have no idea.
How about do you have right now? Okay.
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by definitely the bomb's hiding place? If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it. There's no way I'd torture someone.
You accused me of torture? Try duct tapes on the torture wounds.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing
The
him.
first one, the torture?
The reason Nagito's body was covered.
It's because the killer tortured.
No, that's wrong.
Why does that work?
The tape was placed before the
But
torture.
Nagito's mouth was covered with
Yeah,
duct tape.
because like, how
So
would
he
they
wouldn't
be
have
able to
been
confess
confess
anything if he was taped with his mouth?
Oh, I'm a...
I was wondering if Devin saw him, but I'm like, if no, both of you don't get it. Oh,
Oh no, I was just like zoning.
go help him.
All right.
Well, I thought... Well, in my defense, torture can mean just for the pleasure of torturing, not to get information out of.
If he was being
Maybe.
tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
You sure?
Oh, God.
Already?
Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
God damn it.
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid.
God damn.
This can't be as hard as Gundam's. It'll be fine.
Yeah, Gundams was pretty.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his
Wow.
mouth shut,
This is-
how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb. Then, after they killed him,
Don't
Damn it!
cut the statements. Let them
like you
pass.
said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him,
Allow me to cut through those words. No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
what did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
We don't
God
need to play a
damn.
game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like
Yeah,
what?
of course, it was prepared in advance.
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
We didn't start the fire. It was always active since the masks were crafted.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup.
Of course.
He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
No.
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way,
How could they have done that?
it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
Oh,
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused.
yep.
I agree with that.
I agree.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
No,
Fucking
not wind
joking.
pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panel. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
What else could they have done? Also was mentioned in this.
I
Yeah.
see! You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
I see! If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
You don't mean...
Hajime? What do you mean?
They found out.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yes,
Bacon!
This is my answer. What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
I think there's an very easy explanation. Right?
Yep.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Teeth.
Or if you use your front tail?
What?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Crap!
To actually tie up, that's obvious.
Tying just the leg, tying both arms would...
You couldn't do much with...
It'd be impossible.
How about if you use...
Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own...
No, that's wrong.
I know it's the rope.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
I see.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Yeah!
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
What?
$100. That's
not what I meant.
overpriced.
I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know.
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me. Give me back that Benjamin.
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's very easy. What do you think it is? Yeah, Ron.
I don't know. Oh, my.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
Catch it. Good.
could he stab his hand that way?
Oh.
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Oh, goddamn.
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Off the knife with the Monokuma.
I agree
plushie.
with that.
Wait,
I was gonna say he propped the knife. The other left. I don't know what happened. He got
Life-size
muted in the
Monokuma
middle.
plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Then they got disconnected. No. We'll wait.
Alright.
Yeah, so he used the knife. Crazy bastard. He literally stabbed his own hand, bro.
I know.
Don't. Have you ever seen me like, wow, how'd you get like that? You know that meme where it's like, wow, how'd you get like that to the big muscle guy? It's like, every single time I see a meme shitting on Shikamori, I do one push-up.
Oh, goddamn.
Where is he? Return to us, Nether! Nether! We'll just stop the recording and wait for him.